Everyone wants financial freedom, but few people actually build it. It's not because they don't earn enough or work hard enough. It's because they haven't developed the habits that make wealth automatic. The truth is, financial success isn't about one big opportunity, it's about small, consistent actions that compound quietly over time. That's what we're exploring today, the habits of the financially free, and how little daily decisions add up to massive long-term growth. Let's start with this principle. Wealth isn't built through intensity, it's built through consistency. Anyone can budget for a month, save for a goal, or invest during good times. But financial freedom requires behaviors that persist when no one's watching, when motivation fades, when markets fall, and when life gets messy. The financially free understand that their habits, not their income, determine their future. So, what are these habits? Let's break them down into 5 key areas: spending, saving, investing, learning, and time management. Habit 1. They give every dollar a job. Financially free people don't let money sit idle. Every dollar is assigned a purpose, whether it's for expenses, savings, investing, or enjoyment. They follow a system, not emotion. That might mean allocating 60% for living expenses, 20% for investments, 10% for savings, and 10% for fun. This isn't about restriction, it's about control. When your money has a plan, it stops leaking through emotional decisions. People who struggle financially often let money drift. They spend reactively, not strategically. But the wealthy understand, and managed money disappears. Habit 2. They automate financial progress. Automation is the bridge between intention and action. The financially free don't rely on willpower, they rely on systems. They set automatic transfers into investment or savings accounts right after payday. They pay themselves first, every single month. This eliminates the temptation to spend what's left over, because what's left is already what they can afford. Automation also helps overcome the emotional roller coaster of when's the right time to invest, or should I save more this month? The system handles it for you. Once the process is automatic, consistency becomes effortless. Habit 3. They think in decades, not days. Most people think in terms of immediate comfort. The financially free think in terms of long-term gain. They understand the power of compounding and how small amounts grow exponentially with time. This mindset shows up in everything they do. They don't panic when markets dip, because they know value grows through patience. They don't chase trends, because they trust process over hype. A financially free person doesn't ask, "What can I make this month?" They ask, "What can I build over 10 years?" That's why they stay calm in uncertainty. They're playing a longer game than everyone else. Habit 4. They separate wants from needs. It sounds simple, but it's revolutionary in practice. The financially free don't deny themselves pleasure, they simply prioritize value. They spend heavily on things that improve their life and future, and minimize spending on things that don't. They ask, "Does this purchase move me closer to freedom or further from it?" That simple question builds mindfulness. Most people spend to feel better. The financially free spend to get better in health, and learning, and opportunity, over time. This small difference compounds into wealth. Habit 5. They invest even when it feels uncomfortable. Fear keeps most people out of the market. Fear of losing, fear of not knowing enough, fear of starting small. But the financially free know the cost of waiting is far greater than the risk of starting. They invest regularly, through the highs and lows. They focus on time in the market, not timing the market. Whether it's index funds, real estate, or dividend stocks, their secret isn't strategy. It's discipline. They don't chase quick wins, they build steady streams. And even when returns are modest, they understand that progress compounds both in wealth and confidence. Habit 6. They treat learning like a financial asset. Most people stop learning once they start earning. The financially free do the opposite. They treat knowledge like capital. They read about finance, markets, economics. They learn from mentors, courses, and even mistakes. Because every new insight adds leverage, it compounds your decision-making ability. The more you understand how money works, the more control you gain over it. Ignorance is expensive and education, even self-education, is the best paying investment there is. Habit 7. They measure progress, not perfection. Financial growth is rarely linear. Some months are better than others, markets rise and fall. But the financially free track their journey consistently. They review spending monthly, evaluate their investment returns, and adjust their systems, not out of anxiety, but accountability. Tracking progress keeps motivation alive and exposes hidden leaks. It transforms "I think I am doing okay" into "I know where I stand." Clarity is freedom. Now let's connect these habits to mindset. Financially free people don't think in terms of restriction, they think in terms of optimization. They're not asking, "How can I spend less?" but "How can I make every dollar do more?" This small change turns budgeting from punishment into strategy. They also reject the idea of overnight success. They understand that true financial independence is boring, built on repetition, not excitement. To them, wealth isn't about luck. It's about building systems that continue working even when they don't. So how can you start applying these habits today? Start small, but start deliberately. Set up one automated transfer this week. Review your spending from the last 30 days and label every expense as necessary, valuable, or waste. Commit to investing a fixed percentage of income even if it's small. Track your progress once a month, not once a year. These actions might seem insignificant, but together, they shift your identity. You stop being a spender and start becoming a manager of a builder. That shift is what separates those who wish for freedom from those who create it. Here is a truth you talk about: the financially free aren't necessarily smarter, they're just more consistent. They don't make perfect choices, but they make consistent ones. And consistency always beats intensity. It is not what you do once that changes your life, it is what you repeat. So don't wait for a big opportunity. Build habits that make opportunity inevitable. Because financial freedom doesn't come from luck or timing, it comes from systems that grow while you sleep. And remember, none of this is financial advice, it is educational insight meant to help you think and act strategically with your money.